Welcome to Forum for Bit. In this program, we will be discussing the IT1203 Computer Systems 1 course unit. So, in this program, we plan to discuss today about the learning management system assignments, about the final examination process and the exam questions, what style it would take and how you should prepare for it. So, to discuss with me today, I have with me Mr. Hakim Yusuf, the course coordinator of this particular course, and to go into the discussion, we would first start with the assignments. And could you elaborate on like how many assignments are given and through which mode we are providing it, and how the students should attempt and why they should do this and so forth?
Well, yes. So basically we have two LMS assignments, and these assignments are based on the first part of the syllabus, and the second is based on the second part of the syllabus. So we have the syllabus divided into two, and we have two LMS assignments for each. So we actually assume that students have already taken the first part of the assignment or the first assignment, and now we hope that students would take the second assignment, which is from the second part. So they will actually be held, they've both been activated, and like I told you, we expect students to take both of them to be awarded the certificate. And the second one has also been activated, and we hope that students, at least some of them, have gone into it, and we hope the rest will do it. And this will be online, so students will have 3 attempts to take the assignment, and the best mark out of the 3 assignments will be taken in as their final assignment mark.
So, if you do well and pass in the first attempt, you are still able to practice further and improve your the sort of facilities also available, and also you can find out your status about how you have performed, because there will be some feedback about how you have answered, so that you know your status with respect to the LMS assessments. Now, we know that you need to do all these assessments to qualify for the first year the diploma, and irrespective of how you perform in the final examination, if you haven't done these assignments, you will not be awarded the diploma. Now, with respect to the final year exam and these assignments, what sort of difference could you expect? Is there similarity?
Actually, we consider the assignments as a learning activity, and we expect students to take the examination or the assignment, and they get a practice out of doing these questions, because similar questions will come for the final examination. So that is why we told that they have 3 attempts, and they could actually, it's basically a practice for them to do the final examination, because we do not have a model paper this year. So we expect students to do the assignments so that they get a hang of how to do these particular questions. So that will great deal help in the answering of the final examination.
Yeah. So it's once you do these assignments, automatically you would have got the experience of doing a model paper.
Yes.
When you take all of both assignments with the number of attempts together, you would have done much more questions than or a similar amount. So it's essential to do them in order to get an idea about what type of questions you would be asked, and also as a practice for the final examination. So can we go through some of these sample questions so that the candidates can get some idea about the type of questions, difficulty levels and so forth?
Yes, we actually have basically 3 difficulty levels. We call them simple, moderate and hard or advanced. So we have these type of questions, and we have basically mixed up all these questions in the assignments as well as the final examination. So we have a number of questions and some examples, and previously in a program we discussed example questions for the first part of the syllabus. So in today's program we will only discuss example questions for the latter part of the syllabus. So example 1 question, here we have put up a question which says, what is the data transfer rate of a USB 2.0 interface? So in this question, students should actually know the USB 2 interface, details about it, and they should also know there's another interface called the USB 1 and the USB 1.1. So we have given 5 choices. So students should also look at these questions and they get a model of the question, that all the final paper as well as the assignment questions will be multiple choice questions with one or more correct answers. So it is very important that they remember that there could be more than one correct answer.
Now mention about the questions can be simple, medium, hard and so forth. So when you are doing the question, you will not know which type it is, but what we meant by simple is once you read the question, if you know the answer, that is something straightforward from theory or whichever way, then it's a simple question. Whereas a hard question, you will have to spend a little bit time, some thinking or working has to be done, and so such a question will take a couple of minutes to answer, whereas a simple question can be answered less than a minute. So you need to manage your time, because those things are not identified directly, and then the time given, the whole paper is what you have for 2 hours. So if you find it that it needs more time or you are not sure, it's advisable to skip and go to the next question and come back. Now so that sort of approach you may apply when you come for the final examination, but for the LMS assessment, that time limit is not there. You can take your own time and think about it and approach answering. So with respect to this particular question, how do you locate the solution if you are not sure what is it?
This is basically, it covers the topic of expansion cards and system interfaces. So students should look at this part of the syllabus as well as the content we have given them, which is on the text books we have recommended. We have a LMS, a learning management system, and also we have issued a guidebook which can be downloaded from the LMS for students.